Now we're going to move on and use the graphing calculator to do something called regression equations. Then you'll do number 8 on the A48 worksheet. Now, the nice thing about the last two problems we've done is that you were given very specific information. You were given the vertex and started with vertex form, or you were given the roots or x-intercepts or zeros and solutions and started with factored form. What if I give you 3 random points on the parabola and I don't tell you that you got a vertex or an x-intercept? They're just 3 points that fall in the same parabola. Well, there's a very detailed, difficult process at this stage in the game that you could use to find the equations with matrices. Well, that's beyond the scope of this class. But what you do have is your graphing calculator. So let me show you how to do 1 or 2 problems using the regression feature of your calculator. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the points 2, 11, -4, -19, and 0, -3, and insert them in my calculator. Now I'm going to remind you that anytime you insert points in a calculator, it's a statistical activity. So you start with stat mode. Now, I want to edit, but before I do, I might need to clear information in my lists. So let me just remind you that if you've got information in the list that you do need to clear out, hit choice 4, clear list, hit enter. It's waiting for you to say clear out what's in L1 and L2. So I am going to say blue L1, find your comma key right here, and then blue L2. Now you're telling it what list to clear, enter, and it should just say done. Okay? Go back to stat mode, and now you're ready to edit what's in list 1 and list 2. Edit means now we're going to add data to list 1 and list 2. So the first point that I had was 2, 11. So if you want to enter them XY, XY, you can. If you want to enter all 3 X's and all 3 Y's, you can, as long as you got them in order. The next point was -4, -19. So -4, enter. And then I'm going to come over here and say the Y coordinate that goes with that's -19. Enter. My third point was 0, -3. 0, enter. And then -3. Enter. 211, I'm going to double check. 211, -4, -19, and 0, -3. So I've double checked that I've entered the correct points. Once you get the 3 points, and to do a quadratic, you have to have 3 points. You can't have fewer than that. 2 points won't be enough. So just like with a line, you needed 2 points. With a quadratic, you'll need 3 points. With a cubic, you'll need 4 points. With a quartic, you'll need 5 points. So you always need 1 more point than the degree of the equation. We'll talk about that in class if you didn't understand what I said. Now go back to your stat mode. If you've got data entered, and you do, you're ready to calculate. So go right to the calculate menu. Do you see that choice 5 is quadratic regression? That's what you want to hit. So hit enter. Now, if you got the old operating system, it should just do it right now. If you've got the new one, you're going to have to go all the way down and hit calculate. So notice it's telling you that for y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, for a, plug in 0.5 or 1/2. So let me go right here and say y equals 0.5 or 1/2 x squared. B is 6. So I'm going to come back here and say plus 6x. And then it's telling you that c is -3. Oh. C is -3. So that's all you have to do. So it's not difficult. You just have to know what the keystrokes are. So this time, let's do one more run where you can see how to do this. This time, let's enter the points 1, -10, -2, -22, and 5, -78. If I were you, because you've just got 3 points, and you had 3 points a minute ago, I wouldn't worry about clearing the list. I would just enter your new points over the old points. So for instance, I'm going to enter 1, -10, over the first point. And I'm going to enter -2, -22, over the other point. The only time I clear list is if I need to eliminate, maybe if I had like 8 entries and I need to only have 3. That's when I would just clear the whole list and not enter over the top of what I had. So 5, -78. So I've got my data entered. Once you have your data entered, go back to your stat menu, and you're ready to tell the calculator, okay, calculate, do something with the data I entered. So quadratic regression is choice 5. Again, if you've got the old operating system, it ought to just do it. If you've got the new operating system, come down to calculate, and there it goes. So y equals -3x squared plus x minus 8. Y equals -3x squared plus x minus 8. I have 2 more examples. If you don't need me to go over them, we're not going to. But if you need me to go over those with you because you didn't quite get the calculator stuff, I can do that. For right now, what I'd like you to do is go ahead and try number 8 on the worksheet.